Sometimes when I look at our 6 UU values, I wonder, whoa, am I up to the task? It can feel truly overwhelming to think about the bold and courageous actions that are sometimes required to show up with love for justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity. Sometimes acting out of love can be really tough, even terrifying, like when Rev Tovis went to jail, or Rev Amy went to Minneapolis to protest ICE. It can be so tempting to just stay home in my garden, turn off the news, and shut out the world and all its troubles. But lately, I've been thinking about love as an open heart that, with intention and practice, can grow into a state of being, the source of every interaction with everyone and everything I encounter. I have learned along the way that growing my capacity for love doesn't mean it's my responsibility to fix our entire aching, complex world. It does mean bringing my attention and open-heartedness to whatever each day brings my way. And you just never know when those moments of grace, those opportunities to grow our hearts, are going to show up. One warm spring afternoon, I was walking down the street, enjoying the sunshine, and I hear behind me, "Your hair is beautiful." It happened to be a good hair day. A stylish, middle-aged woman catches up to me and asks, "Is it natural?" When I say yes, she says, "Then your life is easy." As we continued walking together across the street, and before I could launch into my usual response about the challenges of curly hair, in the crosswalk, in the middle of the street, she says, "I used to have curly hair too, but we had a tragedy and it all fell out." On the street corner, she tells me, "I lost a grandchild." Oh, how heartbreaking, I say. She went on, "My daughter had identical twin baby boys. One of them died. They made a mistake and he died. But he was a little angel for the minute he was with us." I say, "I am so sorry. How incredibly difficult." And then she says, "Anyway, your hair is beautiful." And she was gone. And I was left stunned on the street corner. A little baby angel and his grandmother's grief have lived in a tiny temple in my heart ever since. If you've ever helped out at the Saturday breakfast, I know you have witnessed many moments of heart-expanding grace. One morning, when I was arriving early to serve breakfast, there was quite a commotion out in the street in front of the church. John Ray, our team lead, stuck his head out of the front door, and instead of shouting, "Keep it down or I'll have to call the cops," he said, "Is everybody out there okay? Does anybody need help?" The care and lack of judgment in his voice helped restore calm on the street that day. Later that same morning, Susan tuned in to a woman whose inner voices had the upper hand that day. Unafraid, Susan sat down with the woman, spoke gently with her, and just made sure she was not going to harm herself or anyone else. In the meantime, Mark, the safety steward for the day, spent the entire morning dealing with one situation after another, treating sometimes volatile folks with respect, kindness, clarity about the rules, and never once raised his voice. These seemingly small acts of kindness are the building blocks of big, beautiful hearts that allow us to be bold and brave when our UU values require it. I've come to believe that growing our capacity for open-heartedness, for holding joy, contentment, and beauty actually grows our capacity to hold challenge and difficulty with love. As poet Rosemary Witola Tromer says, "Let compassion grow rampant like sunflowers along the highway. Let each act of kindness replant itself into acres of widespread devotion. Let us choose love as if our lives depend upon it."